Netherlands is often ranked as having one of the best pension systems globally. What do you think makes it so effective?
It's effective because it is a good score within a study. So there's always a flip side of the coin. You know, there isn't the best system, at least from my perspective. I think that what we see in the Netherlands, it's a collective way of organizing pensions. It's mandatory for about 80% of the population. That's through industry-wide pension funds and professional pension funds. And it's the solidarity that is on top. So actually, those three elements, those are the key elements for occupational pensions. And in addition to that, and that is also very important for that first position, is social security. So the first pillar is also well organized.
Okay. What is the attitudes towards the Dutch pension system from Dutch employees?
From Dutch employees, well, they are very inactive. As of the 50s, when these plans were designed, there was a completely different labor market. So people were used to work for one employer for 40 years, or at least stay within one industry. And they could be lazy, because these were final pay, defined benefits, or later on in the early 90s it went to average pay, but still generating good occupational pensions, and in addition to social security, that gives them a very comfortable seat once they retire. But that is something which is also the way, the origin from change, you know, because there are a lot of changes in the labor market. So we see that there is about 10% of employers who are not offering a pension plan, an occupational pension plan. We call it the white spot, and it remains the same all the time. It's most of the time the smaller employers who don't want to go through the hassle of setting up a plan and making it all happen. So sometimes they just provide additional salary that people can go to the third pillar. And that third pillar was very inconvenient, because the rules and regulations on that third pillar were, well, very difficult. And recent change was given because the reforms that we now need in the Netherlands is because of the change in the labor market. So people don't stay with an employer for 40 years, they switch from industry, they go self-employed. We have over 1.2 million self-employed now in the Netherlands, who have to make sure that they look after themselves with disability pension, but also with old age pension. So we need to change that system. And how do you change the best system of the world? That's a very difficult question, of course. And it has to be more fair. So it should still have an element of solidarity, because solidarity is one of the fundamentals of our success. And making it mandatory is for a lot of people still also because, people don't look after themselves, they're not used to it, they're littered for this subject, they're a little bit afraid of all the jargon that is being used. So mandatory and collectively, because if you organize something for a group, you have a buying power, and that is more efficient than when you go to the market alone and you have to go as an individual to a bank or an insurance company. And that is also something which is very important. Are you with an insurance company if you have an occupational pension system? Are you with a PPI, a Premium Pension Institute, or are you with a pension fund? And that is a distinction that we still have to make. And that will also be after the reforms, although we will go away from CDC and away from average pay to DC, which is very known to people in the UK, in the US, in Chile and other countries. So DC is going to be the mainstream.